What's up, y'all? Breezy here. I'm back at it again with another one. We're looking at the pound versus the dollar. But before we start, I'd like those who haven't subscribed, to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you do not miss none of my upcoming uploads. Let's evolve together. So we're looking at the GBPUSD, and we are on the 4-hour time frame. I just placed my resistance, but let me move it and do it again, for the sake of the video. Let me start on the daily. Again, I use the daily, just to confirm market structure. That's the purpose for the daily time frame for me. As you know, most traders got their own aspects on things, like they have their own view on things. So what works for me may not work for somebody, but trust me, if you like something, back test, put in the work, So as I said, this is just a simple strategy because it's based on support and resistance. Again, those rejections, those retests, just simple, nothing complicated. You just analyze bigger time frame, execute on a smaller time frame. It takes time, yes, but when you achieve it, it's a like, oh, it's just a nameless feeling because you just achieved a milestone for me. Trading is the future, but don't expect instant millions. Trading for me is the future because that's where real money is made at. Making money in minutes and hours, like that's crazy from home. And reality check, you can trade in bed, you can trade in PJs anywhere, matter of fact. So that's the freedom for me, financial freedom, doing whatever you want whenever you want to. That's the goal for me. Flying out the country whenever I want to. That's the goal. So before we start, let's mark our zones. I love marking my zones first, knowing what I'm looking at, because it's really important. Those retests, those rejections, they all count. Pay attention to me and you're gonna run it up. Let's grow together. I'm like, please guys, let's grow together. I had a 50k view. Let's grow together. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, let's grow together. So yeah, I've marked my lows, I've marked what I'm looking at. So I've used this horizontal line. Why? Because I see that's where price rejected. That's where price rejected and built that momentum to the upside. I know you can see it. That's where price rejected and built that momentum to the upside. As you see, we had that rejection and we built that momentum to the upside. Whereby when we got up, as I always say, pairs really respect our zones. As we went up, price really rejected those that are resistance, and we really respected it. But we had a fake out, as you'll see. Fake outs are a real thing. As I say, before you execute, wait for that breakout and wait for that candle to close and wait for that subsequent candle and that retest. Now you have 3 confirmations telling you that you have a solid trade, and then you can execute. Don't just want to trade because you're missing out. It's okay to miss out. It is okay to miss out, trust me. Just because it's NFP, it doesn't mean you have to trade. Just because there's an event, it doesn't mean you have to trade. It's okay to miss out if you're working on yourself. That's how it is. So as you see, we had fake outs up there. And then after that rejection, we had that subsequent bearish candle whereby, price just played, and now we just hit that resistance whereby I'm really looking for price to also respect the zone, and retest and probably, retest this resistance. I'm looking to go up today because price has been down for a minute, and now we're just having that retest right there. And if you check on the daily, you can see that we're really not down, like for real. We're just consolidating if you check on the daily. And then if we were to move to the 4-hour time frame, you would see that retest that I'm talking about. you would see the retest that I'm talking about on the H4. Now y'all see it, right? Y'all see what I'm talking about right now. Those are the rejections I'm talking about. Price rejected not once but twice, And again, that momentum to the upside, that candle melted too. So that's a confirmation too, showing that, hey, price is kind of weak. But again, it's a Monday. Don't just jump into the markets because you feel like trading. Yes, you have the skill. Yes, you have the psychology. Yes, you have the money. But remember, the market is not your friend. We're here to work, not to make things. So again, it's your money. When it comes to money, we do not use feelings. Feelings aside, we never use feelings when it comes to money. If it was easy, everybody was gonna do it, but to show it's not everybody has it. So great things take time, so be patient with yourself, because patience is power. The moment you master it, you're gonna feel like you unstoppable. You're gonna feel like golden, untouchable. That's how it is. So back in the market again, as I said, on the H4 we see that retest. Hey Breezy, what do you mean? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Let me show y'all. This is what I mean, y'all. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry for my language. So this is what I mean. Let me break it down to y'all because, I want you to understand, not just watch, but to understand. And if you have to write down notes, you can. Because at the end of the day, it's beneficial for you. As we see, I marked that zone right there. Why? Because that's where we had that rejection and that momentum to the upside, whereby it was a correction. And if I was to mark it, right? If I was to, let me use my horizontal line, if I was to mark that resistance up there, I'm gonna use a line, right? Let me use a different color so that it can be visible and know what I'm talking about. Let's use purple. Bro, it was purple from the start. What am I doing? Let's use brown. So yeah, I've marked my resistance up there. I still want to mark my zones. Like, trust me, I still want to mark those zones, because whenever you mark your zones, you see everything clearly. Because those retests, those rejections, you gotta pay attention to those zones. Most of the time, this pairs really retest like those zones. If price cannot break a zone, it shows you that it's really weak. That's what price is showing you. If price cannot break a zone, it's weak. But sometimes you might have a fake out. As I say, fake outs are a real thing. Price can fake out, and hurt you really badly. But again, risk management. Risk management is key. Knowing how much you risking, how much you making, and again, your reward has to be bigger than your risk. That's how it is. And again, you do not focus on profits. We focus on the percentage, because if you focus on profits, you're gonna end up taking losses, because you're gonna be on, oh, today I made $500,000. Yesterday I lost this. No, focus on percentage wise. Risking 5% to make probably 15, risking this kind of percentage to make that kind of percentage. I know y'all understand me, so that's what I mean. I'm gonna make a video directed strictly to, like, risk management, percentage, that kind of thing. I'm gonna do that. I just want to get my things together, and then, yeah, still want to do a lot of things for y'all, because I really love the support. It's really crazy. Small things really do add up. That's how it is. So as we marked our zones on the H4, right, we move to the 1 hour time frame. Now things get fun right here. What do I mean by this? You can see it properly right now, right? And obviously, looking at this, you would like, just being honest, you would just jump in this, right? Because you would say, hey, price would break and have a buy right here. But trust me, price price would break, but I do not see that. Why? Because again, last week Friday price closed and we had that bearish trend to the downside. Let me mark it for y'all so that you can see it. We had that bearish trend to the downside. That's how price closed last week. So now when we opened, let me use my highlighter for y'all. Oh damn. So now when we opened, we just played right there. Let me use green. Yeah. As you'll see, price just played right there. Price didn't do none much. Price was just type of, rejecting, showing that it can go to the downside, and it really held its strength. Let me do it simple for you. Impulse, correction, impulse, and now we're having that correction whereby I'm looking for price to reject and probably come back where it was, and that's a beautiful 1 2 1 2 3. But I prefer, whenever you take trades, a beautiful 1 2 3 makes sense for me, because again, the reward has to be bigger than the risk. So on the H1, this is what I'm looking at right now. Price really rejecting that resistance up there and probably dropping to the downside, because hey, why not? It rejected the first time, it would respect it again. First time we had price was weak, we had that bearish subsequent candle. Price hit that resistance, which whereby it was that continuous of that impulse correction to the downside, whereby now price is really retesting that resistance up there, and now price just melted a little, and now we had that subsequent candle whereby I want price to reject, and drop to the downside hard, not just a little but hard. Because why not? Last week it was FOMC. I think that was the reason why price really dropped hard. But again, price can still continue its trend, to the downside. Just like that. Price really dropping to the downside. And then now that we see things clear, we're gonna move to a smaller time frame. I'm just taking step by step for y'all. I'm gonna move to a smaller time frame now. And moving on the 15, what do we see? What we saw on the H1, we seeing here, but now you might think that it's confusing. No, the smaller the time frame, the more the candlesticks. That's how it is. The smaller the time frame, the more the candlesticks we're gonna have. So now we really focused. Right here. This is what we focused on, because now we see that hey, price rejected the first time. Price hit that resistance, that support, I meant to say. We went back up to the upside, whereby we just rejected. We came back to that support, and now we just hit that resistance again. What do you expect? I'm looking for price to drop to the downside. That's what I'm on. So years of years of work, years of hard work, putting in the work. It all makes sense whenever you got it, because trust me, when you have the skill, nobody is gonna take it away from you. It's yours. It's yours. It's your own skill. So just keep on working and putting in the work. So to continue moving forward, let's mark this support right here. Bro, this is a simple setup. Let's move to the 5-minute time frame. I feel like scalping this one, because price is just obvious here. As you see on the 5-minute time frame, there's a lot of candlesticks, right? Now this is the fun part, because this is where we scalp. In scalping, we use trend line as a support and resistance, So I'm gonna use this zone right here as my support. I'm gonna use that zone as my support. So now I have a support right now, right? So now what I'm on, as I see that this is the line that I created. Don't forget, this was the line that I created to mark that zone whereby we had that momentum to the upside, because liquidity picked up here. We had that momentum to the upside. But again, I'm looking at it as a retest. Why? Because price dropped so hard that we have to breathe. And now that price really did reach that resistance to the upside, because as you see, price did hit it the first time, even though it wasn't a clean hit. But you see what I'm talking about. Price hit it the first time, and like price just came back down, and now feels like we are hitting it again. As you see that candle pushing to the upside, I want that candle to hit and to be weak and to drop beautifully to the downside again, and probably after that price may pick up it like its momentum to the upside, because hey, the markets will hurt you, the markets will fuck you up, they're not your friend. You got to put that in mind. So this is a clean setup we have right here. This is the clean setup we have right here. So, we might wait for this candle to reject, right? We wait for the candle to reject. We wait, and then we wait for it to break. Let me do an analogy for y'all. Let me draw it down for y'all, because it makes no sense me talking and not showing. Yes, sir. We just hit that resistance, as y'all see, right? As y'all see, we just hit that resistance right now. So what I'm on is for price. What we had here, we're gonna have again, trust me. Now we had that retest, and now price just pushed to the upside, whereby we just hit that resistance. For me, I want price to smelt. I want that price to smelt, that candle to smelt, and let's just drop to the downside after we break our resistance. Not our resistance, but our support. I'm sorry for that. As you see, price just closed and we didn't break that resistance. Price just closed and we didn't break that resistance. But as you see, price held, price held its price, like, for sure. That's a beautiful candle to the upside. But I want price to reject and drop to the downside, whereby we would enter the trade from the breakout. But pre-breakouts are a real thing too. Whereby this is what I mean by saying, before taking it, you should have at least 3 confirmations showing you that, hey, price is really going away. Because if you look at this is a trend to the upside, whereby we pushed, we had that retest, we pushed, we had that retest. Now we just pushed. I want price to reject, and kind of drop. And as we created our support line, this is the break we're looking at. So this is going to be our first confirmation. So what I'm looking at is for price to break this support. After breaking, is for price to retest and for it to act as a resistance, to retest and continue going down. So that's what I'm on. So, just a simple setup, none crazy. But I do not trade on Mondays. But for those who will be executing, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm seeing. But again, wait for London session to be active, and again, follow your plan. Don't just trade because you saw something, or just take a trade because you heard something. You have to have multiple confirmations telling you that the trade you're taking is going your way. You shouldn't be worried whenever you take a trade, because that shows that you're not confident with the trade. So yeah, that's how it is. Just looking for price to reject, just drop to the downside. So that's what I'm really on. We're just gonna wait for London session to be active. I won't be trading, matter of fact, but yeah. So yeah, I just hope it makes sense to y'all. Again, defense is key. Trust me, defense is key. So this is a beautiful 1 2 3 1 2 4. No, this is a 1 2 4, bro. And this is on the 5-minute, remember. So yeah, you're just looking for price to reject and drop beautifully to the downside, and then yeah, profit hit. So I just hope it made sense. Again, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so that you do not miss none of my future uploads. So yeah, just hope y'all chop and have a good day. Breezy signing out.